Hello and welcome. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I'm creating a floral Christmas card. It has vibrant and lively colors, and this is something that is a non-traditional Christmas card. I'm going to be using some products from Altenew today. Here is the cube cover die and holiday wishes stamp set, which is excellent for the inside or the outside of any kind of Christmas card. There are some rectangle infinity dies from Hero Arts and Rose Flurries 3D dies from Altenew. I'm using also some Altenew inks. I'm going to start out by working on the waffle flower water media mat, and I'm using some purple tape to tape a card base down to the work surface. This is Nina 80-pound solar white cardstock. It works really great for ink blending. The heavier paper is a little bit more coarse, so I have found that if you use a medium weight, something that's not too heavy, then you get a little bit of a better blend. I'm using some inks today from Altenew and together with blender brushes from Tailored Expressions. I've had a few questions about these brushes and I can tell you they are excellent. They work wonderfully. I'll make sure to put links down in the video description, and there's a full supply list over on my blog. So we're working on putting color down, darker in the middle and radiating out a little bit, and it doesn't have to be too smooth. This is a very forgiving project that if you want to duplicate today, you can use any color combinations and just have fun with it. If you're not the best or if you're a beginner with ink blending, maybe this is a project that will work really great for you. I've cut two of those cube dies from Altenew and I've glued them together and then are gluing them down directly to the card base with Connect Glue from Gina. And there's just a little bit of the card base that is sticking out on one side, so I'm trimming that down. And you can see that any of the ink blending is just peeking through that cover die, and so you can see that it's very forgiving. If it's mottled or if it's not blended perfectly, it doesn't matter. It's all beautiful. So I'm using more cardstock and one of the sentiments from the Holiday Wishes stamp set, and I'm going to use one of the rectangles from Hero Dies just to crop that out on my Gemini Junior die cut machine. This is what the plate looks like. Well, it's a sandwich plate, the stack up, and I like to put my metal dies down first or tape them to the paper. In this case, because there were so many dies I wanted to cut at one time, I laid them all down on the magnetic plate with the cutting surface pointing away from the plate, and then laid the paper on top, and it works out really easy. So I'm using that same ink colors just to add a touch of color onto the die cuts. I've participated in the Altenew Educators Certification Program and have made this project as the ink blending class, and I have seen some absolutely gorgeous ink blended projects. And this one in particular, I'm bringing in a couple of different ways to use ink blending. So not just on the die cuts, but on the background as well. But if you know my style, I like to keep things with lots and lots of white space. So adding just a little bit, and I'm not really applying any pressure onto these die cuts, is just enough to give them a nice blended look. I had the idea to use on the very topmost layer on the 3 flowers just a bit of gold. So here is the antique gold ink pad, and it's Pigment ink from Altenew, and when I touch the paper down to it, it gets this spongy grainy look, which I think is perfect complement to a lot of the green and the coral tones, and the gold just kind of like an accent. So I kind of dabbed it on and am giving it a little bit of time to dry. And then I'm using that same Connect glue to build up the flowers. You can see just a couple of dots are enough to get it to stick together. I like this glue a lot. It is really great for this particular type of building the flowers. These are the Rose Flurries 3D dies from Altenew. And here's some double-sided foam tape on the back of the sentiment, and that's going to keep it nice and solid and firm so that when it goes through the mail, then it will not bend and buckle. I really like that about this foam tape. And I'm gluing some of the other elements in place. In hindsight, I think I would have gone lighter on the card base. I didn't intend for there to be as much green as there is. I wanted it to be much more light, but that's the way it is with ink blending. And so if I go and redo this project, then what I would do is I would just add the color to the middle and then just not use any additional ink and just kind of bring it out to the outside. I'm going to finish up with a few sparkly sequins here, and this project is finished. Thank you for spending the time with me today, and be sure to go over to my blog at jennyhalldesign.com and grab your free PDF tutorial for this project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is Trip. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.